Now, the multi-crore IMA fraud case has turned thousands of lives into depression. Several victims of the scam staged protests today at the Freedom Park, demanding that the probe be expedited. Investors also pleaded the government to ensure that their money is returned at the earliest. So far, CBI has taken into custody Mansoor Khan. He has now been sent to judicial custody. He is in Parappanagrahara, but there's really no sight of money coming to these victims. And unfortunately for them, there is no news of how much money or wealth has been recovered by the CBI and SIT too. How much money have they recovered from IMA so far? And if there has been a sizable amount recovered, then why is it difficult for them to give out money to these investors who put in all their sweat and blood into one Ponzi scheme? Unfortunately, they were gullible and were taken for a ride in the name of religion. And more importantly, so far, the bigwigs have not been summoned by the CBI for questioning. Still, there are a few people like Roshan Beg who is yet to be summoned by the CBI. That hasn't happened so far. A protest now coming to the fore, asking for speedy investigation and for justice given out by giving their money. Let's listen in. My colleague Ashish was on the spot, spoke to a few of them. Here's what they said.
When the IMA scam first broke out, it looked like just one of the many Ponzi scams. But as time passed, it snowballed into one of the biggest scams Karnataka has ever seen. More than 40,000 people came out alleging that IMA had duped them of their hard-earned money. And right now, we are here at Freedom Park. And despite Mansoor Khan being arrested, justice is still not in sight, and that is why IMA investors are now here at Freedom Park protesting, demanding for justice. Now, let's just take a look at what exactly they're demanding. They're demanding for justice. They're asking Mansoor Khan to be brought to justice. Let me just speak to one of the people here and ask them what exactly their demands are. So, ma'am, Mansoor Khan is arrested, but despite that, you are still protesting. What is the reason for that, ma'am?
Because all are involved in this. I want my money back to soon as possible. I want to say the government, they should liquidate the money and give to the victims.
Okay, and what is your main demand, ma'am? Why are you here today?
I want my money back. We are very poor peoples, so we want money back. They are saying they have taken the crores of monies from here and there, but nobody is telling when we'll get our money back. That I want to know. When the government is going to liquidate the money and liquidate the properties and gold and all and giving the money to the poor investors. That's all.
So there you have it, people clearly demanding that arrest of Mansoor Khan is just not enough, and they want the liquidation of the properties which have been seized by the investigative agencies so that their money could be returned. Now, speaking of investigative agencies, so investigative agencies have caught hold of Mansoor Khan and they are investigating him, they are grilling him day and night, but still, do you think justice is still far away?
I'm one of the victims of IMA, Ponzi scheme. The worst case scenario that we are having here is like Sharda scam or Agri-Gold. Then we also have Hinjas and Ala. And I remember 10 years ago there was QuestNet and Speak Asia and all that. The only worst case scenario that we are thinking of is just like these Ponzi scams, these are going to be brushed under the carpet. People are going to forget. Investigation will go on and on and on. After 5 years and 10 years, people will keep doing investigation. XYZ agencies, we don't trust anybody, right? So the next legal action that we are planning is with Mr. Dhananjay, who is a Supreme Court advocate. We are going to try and hire 40 advocates and fight for all the 70,000 or 95,000 investors that are there in the scam.
We want justice actually. We want justice. And CBI are not giving any information, and they are not giving a particular number, the property which has been seized. We want that property to be liquidated, and as I said before that we want hearing every week.
We are requesting to government to as soon we are getting the money as possible. We have to get the money soon as possible. That's all my thanks.
So there you have it. Clearly, IMA victims not just happy with Mansoor Khan's arrest. Earlier on, when the IMA scam broke out, Mansoor Khan was not traceable, and that was becoming a huge cause of concern for the IMA victims. But even after his arrest, still justice is still not in sight for these IMA victims, and all they want is their hard-earned money back, the money that they have saved for their children's marriages, for their educations, for reason. And the biggest dilemma here, the biggest cause of concern here is that most of the investors are from middle class and lower middle class families, and every penny that they had ever saved in their life, they had invested into IMA. And now with the IMA scam breaking out, they've lost everything that they had ever saved. With camera person Shekhar, Ashish Parekh for News 9, Bengaluru.